Hey, what's happening, PricePlow Nation? Mike here, and I'm back with another supplement review. Last week, I reviewed Myprotein's Impact Whey, the s'mores flavor for the US version. I didn't realize how many people out there love Myprotein, and I'm becoming a fan too because that flavor was really good with no added crap to it. Let's just put crap there as a... Yeah, so anyway, what we're doing now is we're going to be reviewing 4 different flavors of their new amino energy drink, the Amino Energy. Now, if you know where I went to college, you might know that I kind of like the naming scheme that they have going on here. But anyway, so this is kind of a new setup that we have here. And before I moved into this house, I was packing all this stuff up in the boxes and everything. But there are a couple supplements I left out for a few days, and I had just gotten these in, and these were sent for free. We are doing some promotional giveaways with Myprotein, and we do have an affiliate business relationship. So let's just get that right out of the way. But they say, hey, just sent me these, and I kept out a tub for moving, and it ended up being the perfect energy drink. Now, right off the bat, this is an amino acid plus caffeinated drink, and each 10 gram scoop's gonna have 100 milligrams of caffeine, but it's paired along with 200 milligrams of L-theanine. And there are not all the amino acids in here, not all the essential amino acids in here. So we're gonna talk about like kind of what I think they're doing when they're formulating this, and possibly it was just for the flavor and everything. And I'm gonna give my opinions, but I might be wrong. So we're gonna just kind of go with that. And finally, so yeah, that caffeine comes from a natural sources of caffeine and green tea leaf extract. But overall, what we have here are 4 flavors: peach ring, gummy fish, rainbow sherbet, I always get that wrong. And I forgot about this guy right here, the watermelon packet. So I haven't had this one. And one of these tubs is definitely a little bit lighter than the others because I was using it during the move. And because of the huge dose of L-theanine, 200 milligrams of L-theanine with 100 milligrams of caffeine. That's a clinical dose of L-theanine, but the study shows that it's with 200 milligrams of caffeine, so it's like not a totally clinical comparison, but that helps take the edge off the caffeine. For me during moving, it was an anti-stressor because it was a rough week. Ben was basically CEO of PricePlow without knowing it that week. I didn't realize how bad things are gonna just be. When you got 3 people, we have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. So anyway, it was a kind of rough week, and I was just drinking this and just kind of humming along, you know? And so what we have inside of here are 2 to 1 to 1 BCA ratios, 3 grams of the BCAAs, so leucine, isoleucine, valine. Then we have the other EAA aminos, but not all of them. So we have lysine, we have threonine, we have histidine, and threonine and histidine are good for the anabolic muscle support. Those are some that help build the muscle that aren't in the BCAAs alone. So when you have people talking about BCAAs versus EAAs, I think threonine and histidine are hugely important. Histidine pairs up with the beta-alanine to help you make more carnosine in your muscles. Like, there's a lot of really cool things going on. And then one thing we always like to call out, because it doesn't always taste good, doesn't always smell good, 200 milligrams of methionine, providing some sulfur. This is often an amino acid that gets depleted before everything else. Good to see it here as well. And that's a bigger than average dose. Now, bouncing away for a little bit, we have a citrulline-arginine combination, 500 milligrams of each. Not a crazy huge, like not clinical doses, but you can see that what I'm starting to see here is that this is kind of an amino energy type afternoon drink that's for the people who want to not have like the mood changes. No mood swings or nothing with that, but want to keep the muscles a little bit more pumped, a little bit more anabolic, and have a little bit of that recovery factor because we do have a gram of glutamine here as well. Glutamine being a tasty amino acid, it could be there for the flavor too. We do have also another clinical dose, 500 milligrams of taurine, and that's really good for endurance, even like right off the bat. The first use, you might get better endurance off of taurine. There's really cool meta-analysis on like 9 different endurance athlete studies with it, and always a big fan of taurine. So we have like a lot of that sulfur support coming from methionine and taurine, and that's something I've been kind of seeing with like the joint supplements. That's why I think MSM might be a really good joint supplement, because a lot of the joints that we have, a lot of our joints are low on sulfur. We're not like eating bones anymore and stuff. So that's my little off-topic take there. And then I mentioned the theanine. Now, what's missing is the tryptophan and the phenylalanine. And these are kind of the 2 like amino acids that are kind of in the mental changey kind of amino acids, if I may. So for instance, with tryptophan, it gets converted down the path to 5-HTP to serotonin, which helps people sleep, helps chill people out and everything. And a lot of people fear the tryptophan because they see it on the label, they think they're gonna fall asleep because all that nonsense they hear on television when Thanksgiving rolls around, which is coming up soon. But that is really not gonna happen with a dose of tryptophan, and you have more tryptophan in chicken than turkey, for instance, so it's just like a bunch of nonsense. But anyway, a lot of people fear that. But anyway, tryptophan is great for having more serotonin. They're staying away from that here. Either they didn't want people to see it on the label and freak out, or possibly just because they don't want to have to deal with any type of like the cognitive changes that might happen. But I don't know if that's a big deal. But kind of the same thing with phenylalanine. Phenylalanine is good with the neurotransmitters, like the dopamine boosters, the norepinephrine, the epinephrine, and that's also not in here. So this is like more the even-keeled, calming energy supplement going after a little bit of the muscle. But on the same token, there is some tyrosine in here for a little bit of that boost and focus. So you're getting tyrosine instead of the phenylalanine, and that's just the way they went. So I think this is more for like kind of the just muscle people, and not anyone's looking to get like some sort of crazy mood uplift. Although with that theanine dose, it is going to be chilling. So this is a very unique formulation, but it's not a full EAA. So let's be honest about that. Anyway, I've already gone 6 minutes and I have to start tasting it. So I have 4 shorty shaker cups, and we are going to start with the rainbow sherbet. Now the first thing I got to point to you is how fluffy this powder is. And so in the other ingredients, we have natural and artificial flavoring, and then that has a little bit of gum arabic in there, citric acid, malic acid, calcium silicate, sucralose, silicon dioxide. It's got to be like the silicon dioxide that's doing that. Ace K, and then a little bit of vegetable juice for coloring. So no fake colors, which a lot of you will appreciate, but it's fluffy. Like they must have done some sort of flowery type of silicon here. I think we are going to have to do some editing on this video because I drank out of this thing. There should be a scoop somewhere. So look at this. I mean, just look at my finger. This is definitely one of those supplements that's it's gonna last. I'll tell you that much. When you see them this dusty, they usually stay stable in the tubs and do not clump. So if you hate clumping supplements or you live in humid weather, I'm confident in this one. So this is the rainbow sherbet flavor. And we're gonna keep that in the dark blue. I have like 4 blue shaker cups that are all clear. Look at my fingers. I'm just like getting it up on the walls and stuff. So keep your scooper on top, unlike me. It is more, that is dead on sherbet. I haven't had this one for a little bit. So you do see a little bit of stuff on the walls here, but not bad. It mixed up pretty well. There's a little bit of floaters, but nothing I'm concerned about. It's actually going away. Orange sherbet though, by far. If you like orange, but you need something extra on top of the orange, you have a lot of orange sherbet here. It's sherbet with a good bit of orange. I'm not an orange fan, but I like this because it's not all orange. This is like a good like orange plus kick. But that's what I get each and every time. Maybe it's like a tangerine or something like that, but overall, yeah, it's got a good aftertaste too. Good orange there. And so that's the rainbow sherbet. Sometimes you get like the more like strawberry-ish. Sometimes you get like a little bit of grape in there. I'm getting all the sweet citrus on that one. So next up, and this is the one that is very much empty, gummy fish flavor. I was using this for a while and thoroughly enjoyed it. Just kind of was cruising along with this stuff as I was just drinking all day. And I figured an amino acid energy would be good during moving because I wanted caffeine. I want to stay calm with the theanine, but I also didn't like, sometimes you go a long time when you're packing boxes and doing stuff. You go a long time without eating. So having a bunch of aminos around is not a bad thing. So I should have mentioned right off the bat, just today before filming this on Instagram and everywhere else, follow us on social media, we posted 40% off coupon from Myprotein on the US site, us.myprotein.com. Use PLOW40 for 40% off. That's what I'm loving about these guys. Their deals have always been so good. And we sometimes even find like even crazier deals that they're trying to like liquidate one of their older protein powders or something. So we are dealing with the gummy fish flavor. Now, here's what I wanted to point out though. Take a taste of this powder here. It tastes a lot. I mean a lot like Swedish fish. I love Swedish fish flavor. However, the supplement itself, well, it tastes really good. That's why I used like half the tub in the course of like 3 days. The supplement itself does not taste like Swedish fish. It has more of the well-rounded gummy bear, sweet gummy bear flavor. Not really sour gummy bear. So it's more of the gummy fish, but I consider it a very good gummy bear flavor. But if they're going for Swedish fish, They did nail it with the powder. Not as much with the drink, but it's still really good. I do take this one over the orange rainbow sherbet. That's for sure. I'm a big fan of this flavor. Question is, I haven't put these head to head. I've had this and I post on this story once in a while. I've been liking the peach ring later. I kind of ran my course with the gummy fish. And I'm always into peach ring flavors. All right, so peach ring is gonna be in my oldest of shaker cups here. What I need to do when we get going a bit more, we need some PricePlow. I like the shorty shakers, especially for protein. I like the really clear one that we have here though. That's what I want. Clear with the PricePlow logo. That's what we're gonna get. Where am I at now? Peach rings, of course. So, that smells a lot more tart than the smell. No floaters, I got bubbles still going though. Oh yeah, that's the one that made me smile right off the bat, folks. I love peach flavor. And they say 8 to 10 ounces of water. I did 9 down the middle. That matters for sure, because this tastes better than what I've been doing. I use too much water when I'm not paying attention. So if you 2 scoop it, you got 16 ounces. But yeah, 9 ounces of water, perfect. Oh man, yeah, that's gonna have probably be my vote. But here's the X factor. Watermelon. Haven't had this yet. Let's see how this goes here. All right, and the white cup gets watermelon. That smells like watermelon plus aminos right there. This is gonna be a pretty standard watermelon flavor from what I'm guessing here in the smell test. Some foams up a little bit more actually. Maybe I shook it a little more aggressively, but. Standard watermelon, there is a little bit of tartness added here. I like that. Bit of sour watermelon. If you want that, you're gonna like it. Overall for me, oh man, we gotta go through ratings. And these aren't all the flavors. There's a ton. Myprotein has so many flavors. There's no way we're gonna be able to keep up with this brand. Let's put it that way. They got new protein bars and cookies coming out, and then someone commented that we have to have try the salted caramel impact whey, and they have a seasonal pumpkin pie, they have a new snickerdoodle. It's impossible to keep up with them. But, okay, so I'm gonna go peach first. Then I'm going rainbow sherbet, which has got that orange to it. Then the question is, do I like gummy fish or watermelon? I gotta put watermelon last, just because gummy fish is something new, something different. We've been down the watermelon road, grape and all that. You gotta add something extra to it. They added sourness to it. Wasn't enough for me to get blown away or anything. So in general, I gotta leave watermelon last, and then have the gummy fish ahead of it, and then rainbow sherbet. But number 1, peach rings. So the Amino Energy Microberto class of 2005 from The Ohio State University. So the Amino Energy, very unique take on an amino energy. The game has changed these energy aminos. It's no longer just 100 milligrams of caffeine and some crappy prop blend with a bunch of taurine and glutamine up front. Even though those two are high in here, we actually do have some of the other aminos, but it is not a ton of the other aminos, but they do bring a few of the anabolic ones and a few of the ones that we do need alongside. So I think you're gonna have a pretty chillax, good bit of energy if you 2 scoop this. Overall though, I kind of like just sipping on 1.5, 1 scoop, and then I was kind of repeatedly hitting it, and it was keeping me a little bit off edge, which is what I needed during that week. So I really did enjoy it for that. So Myprotein, thanks for sending this over. Thanks a ton for the 40% off coupon. I think that's really the big story here, is that we have an awesome deal. And then once again, Mike with PricePlow.com. Check out PricePlow.com/Myprotein. And these are going to be mostly the US-centric prices. We are a US-centric brand and everything. I know they say it's not a good idea for that anymore. That's just what it is. That's where our technology is right now. Anyway, the 40% off coupon is going to show some really good deals on these. But overall, I am a huge fan of peach rings. And then follow that up by the rainbow sherbet, especially if you like a little bit orange citrus. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see ya.
Welcome to PricePlow.